Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're diving into a really powerful feature in the Nelson computing environment. It's something that promises to solve one of the oldest headaches for developers, how to get both simplicity and raw speed. We're going to break down exactly how it works.
Okay, let's kick things off with a situation every single programmer has faced. You have this great idea, right? But you're immediately stuck. Do you build it with a language that's easy and lets you work fast? Or do you go with one that's going to run like an absolute rocket?
So on one side, you have your high-level scripting languages, kind of like Nelson. They are fantastic for rapid prototyping, for data analysis, basically for getting stuff done without getting totally lost in the weeds of complex code. But, and it's a big but, they can hit a performance wall when you're really crunching numbers. Then, on the other side, you have the heavyweights, C or C++. I mean, these are the speed demons of programming, but they often mean writing a lot more code and dealing with way more complexity for the same result.
And that right there is the heart of the problem, simplicity versus speed. This trade-off, it feels like it forces you into a corner. You have to pick one, either develop your code quickly or have your code run quickly. For so long, it just seemed like you couldn't have it both ways.
But what if that whole choice was just a false one? What if you could actually get the best of both worlds? Imagine the fast, easy development of a high-level environment combined with the pure, unadulterated speed of compiled code, all in one place.
Well, the solution is, honestly, pretty elegant and incredibly powerful. Nelson actually gives you a feature that works just like a bridge, connecting these two very different worlds. It links that easy-to-use Nelson environment directly to the high-performance engine of languages like C and C++. And this amazing feature is called dynamic linking. So what is that in plain English? It's the ability to write, compile, and load C or C++ code on the fly from right inside your Nelson session. That's right. No need to close everything down, no complicated command line gymnastics. It all happens right there.
So here's the really crucial part. You don't have to rewrite your entire project. Nope. You can write, say, 95% of your code in Nelson. But when you find that one piece of code, that one bottleneck that's grinding everything to a halt, you can just rewrite that tiny part in C++, dynamically link it, and boom, it's like performing surgery on your code for maximum efficiency.
So how does this all work in practice? Well, Nelson doesn't just throw this capability at you and say, good luck. It gives you a whole dedicated toolkit of functions to make the entire thing seamless. Let's take a look at what's inside. The whole process is actually really straightforward. It breaks down into 4 simple logical steps. First, you generate a gateway. Think of this as the doorway between Nelson and your C++ code. Second, you build the code. Third, you call your new super fast function from Nelson just like it was any other command. And finally, when you're all done, you clean up. Simple as that.
And check this out. What's really cool is how these tools are organized. You can see the whole workflow right here. For the setup phase, you've got functions like dl_generate_gateway that build all the connections for you. Then, for execution, the dl_call function is your main workhorse. That's what runs your supercharged code. And finally, for management, you have everything you need to neatly unload the library and clean up all the build files. It's a complete, really well thought out system.
And believe it or not, the good news doesn't stop there. For anyone who might be coming over from other technical computing platforms, Nelson has a really awesome bonus feature packed in. So let's say you have a whole library of existing C or C++ code that you wrote for MATLAB's MEX API. You're probably thinking, oh no, I have to rewrite everything to use it here. Well, guess what? With Nelson, you absolutely do not. And this just shows you how deep that compatibility really goes. You can seamlessly pull in your existing Max files, and there's even a special gateway generator just for them. But even better, look at this. It also supports the Engine API. That means you can use Nelson as a computational engine from inside your other C applications. I mean, for code reuse, that is a massive game changer. Okay, so let's zoom out. What is the big payoff here? We've looked at the tools, we've seen the features, but what does this incredible capability really unlock for you as a developer, as a researcher? It really boils down to these 3 huge benefits. Number 1, ultimate performance. You can hunt down and just obliterate any computational bottleneck. 2, code reusability. You can pull in years of battle-tested C++ code without having to touch a single line. And 3, limitless extensibility. You are literally teaching Nelson new skills, dramatically expanding what you can do inside the environment.
So that really leaves us with one final thought. Now that you know you have this powerful tool in your back pocket, this ability to perfectly blend high-level simplicity with low-level speed, the question is, what complex problems, what frustrating performance bottlenecks are you going to solve first?